The shimmering water of the Silver Creek community pool held more than just chlorine and summer memories. For 17-year-old Madison, it was where everything changed. Last summer, her best friend Rachel had drowned here. At least that's what everyone believed. Now, Madison found herself dating Rachel's former boyfriend, Tyler. Some called it betrayal, others called it healing. Madison called it complicated. She couldn't explain why she was drawn to Tyler. Perhaps it was their shared grief, or maybe something deeper. The pool had been closed since Rachel's death, its surface collecting fallen leaves and rainwater. But tonight, Madison stood at its edge, her reflection rippling in the moonlight. The security guard was always asleep at this hour. Everyone knew that. She came here often, though she'd never admit it to anyone. Sometimes, she thought she could hear Rachel's laugh echoing off the water's surface, the same musical sound that used to fill their cheerleading practices. As Madison dipped her feet into the cool water, something felt different. The ripples seemed to move against the wind, creating patterns that shouldn't exist. And then she saw it. A flash of familiar blonde hair beneath the surface, just like Rachel's. Her heart raced as she leaned closer, trying to convince herself it was just her imagination. But the water began to warm around her feet, unnaturally so. In the depths, she could make out what looked like fingers reaching upward. Madison knew she should run, but she remained frozen in place. The water started to whisper, or was it speaking? It sounded just like Rachel's voice, saying words she couldn't quite make out. Then came the tugging at her ankles, gentle at first, like seaweed brushing against skin. But it grew stronger, more insistent. As she struggled to pull away, she caught a glimpse of Rachel's face in the water. Not the bloated, lifeless face from the accident reports, but beautiful and smiling, just as she remembered her. The grip loosened suddenly, and Madison scrambled backward, her heart pounding. As she caught her breath on the concrete edge, she noticed something that made her blood run cold. A small charm bracelet floating on the surface. It was the one she'd given Rachel for her 16th birthday, the one that had gone missing with her body. But what terrified Madison most wasn't the bracelet itself. It was the new charm attached to it, one she'd never seen before. A tiny silver heart with today's date engraved on it. As she drove home that night, questions swirled in her mind like the pool's dark waters. Was Rachel trying to tell her something? Or was she warning her? And most troubling of all, did Rachel really drown that night? Or was there more to the story that Madison had yet to discover? To this day, Madison still visits the pool, though she never goes alone anymore. She wears Rachel's charm bracelet, adding a new charm each year on the anniversary of that night. Sometimes, when the water is still, she swears she can see two reflections in the pool, her own and someone else's, smiling back at her.